What's up and welcome to My Point of View. I am your fat and opinionated host, and apparently there was a special little beer conference the other day where distributors and wholesalers meet with beer companies to discuss the future and sales and what have you. And a little birdie told me that Anheuser-Busch was at this conference. And at this conference, they were trying to convince everyone that the Bud Light drama was going to blow over. They were trying to convince everyone, hey, just wait out the storm. Everything's going to be okay. All of this drama will disappear within a couple of weeks. Everyone will be right back to buying Bud Light, business as usual. Well, spoiler alert, people. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but doesn't look like that's going to happen. In fact, sales have increasingly gone down as the weeks have passed, which usually we don't see stuff like that. Usually, something like what happened with Dylan Mulvaney and the beer, something like that will happen and people will get outraged, and within a week or two, it's over. So usually, you will see the biggest backlash come within the days after the drama takes place. Whereas here, the backlash is getting increasingly worse the farther away we get from the said situation that caused the problem in the first place. So I don't think this is something that's going to blow over as quickly as other situations have blown over in the past. For one, I think it's very easy for people to replace Bud Light with a different beer. Let's just call it what it is. In fact, I would say that if someone goes ahead and gets out the habit of buying Bud Light, they would probably get in the habit of buying a better beer. Also, like I've stated throughout my coverage of this story, we've reached the boiling point in this country. People are fed up. I'm fed up. Maybe I can't speak for everyone, so let me speak for myself for a second. I am fed up. I'm sick and tired of having this propaganda shoved down my throat 24/7. I'm an accepting person. I'm accepting of people and their ways of life, but you don't have to cram it down my throat 24/7. Let alone, I am not going to sit here and allow people and big corporations like Anheuser-Busch, I'm not going to allow them to normalize people who prey on little kids. It's not going to happen on my watch. But let's go ahead and dive into this little article real quick so we can have a better understanding of what is going on. Anheuser-Busch met with beer distributors and wholesalers on Tuesday at the National Beer Wholesalers Association Legislative Conference to help dispel potential retailer misconception about the Mulvaney campaign. Anheuser-Busch sought to correct what they are calling misinformation and confusion about the can that was given to Mulvaney, reiterating that it wasn't necessarily a formal campaign or an advertisement, but it was more so a gift to celebrate Mulvaney's first year of being a woman. Woman where? Woman where? You don't, at the age of 40, just get to decide, hey, I'm a woman now, and to celebrate your womanhood. I made this point 1,000 times. Most of my viewers on all of my channels are women. And you know what? One thing that all of these women seem to have in common? For one, they have a real vagina. I'm sorry, that was just way too easy. And for two, they never have billion-dollar corporations congratulate them for being a woman. Yet, if you're a man, that pretends to be a woman, you get like all types of stuff. You get millions of dollars, you get endorsements, you get rewards. You may even be named Woman of the Year, despite the fact that you're very obviously not a woman. So, I do find it very concerning that they felt the need to celebrate a man's first 365 days of pretending to be a woman on TikTok in order to indoctrinate kids with gender ideology. But hey, that's what Anheuser-Busch is about. Therefore, we're not drinking their beer anymore. Now, I can confirm that some of the distributors that were there said that they are going to stick by Anheuser-Busch and that they are going to try to wait this one out. Anheuser-Busch has convinced them that, hey, this is going to blow over, folks. Just believe me. Please believe me. It's going to end. But I love to see it. I love to see these people panic because they deserve it. After all, they're after your kids. No one told them to endorse a freaking child predator, but they did that on their own. So now they're dealing with the consequences. I don't feel bad. If Bud Light tanked tomorrow, I wouldn't feel bad. Sure, some people will lose their jobs, but hey, people may have to lose their jobs in the process of us turning this country back around to the point where we're not allowing woke corporations to try to steer our culture and to try to promote just egregious, creepy, downright demonic type stuff to our kids and to everyone else. I'm good on it. I am totally good on it. So watching this thing play out, it's been funny. Like I said, sales are down 17%. We're waiting on this week's numbers to roll in. I'm sure it's going to be even worse. But regardless, I think the damage has been done. And I'm not delusional. I don't think that everyone in the world is concerned about this. I don't think that everyone in the world is going to stop drinking Bud Light. But enough people are upset, and enough people, if they stick together and they stick to their guns and they no longer drink this stuff, it's going to hurt Bud Light. Very much so. It already is, which is why you see them panicking. They are firing people. They're trying to put out new ads. They are desperately begging, these wholesalers and the distributors to continue buying their product and to not worry that all of this drama is going to blow over. But I gotta say, they're misjudging this one. I like to think that I have my fingers on the culture a good bit, and I'm looking around and this doesn't seem to be letting up. I told you all from day one that the worst case scenario for Bud Light is that this has turned into a meme, basically. Like it becomes a meme, it becomes a joke. It becomes unpopular and uncool. Oh, look, that guy's drinking Bud Light. Or maybe you're at the bar and your friend grabs a Bud Light and the guys make fun of him. It's like people are going to peer pressure other people into not drinking this stuff anymore. And that's the worst case scenario for Bud Light, is that this becomes a meme, that Bud Light becomes the meme of beer. And it already is. I see Bud Light memes all day. I do think that eventually we will get to a point where maybe things aren't as hectic as they are right now when it comes to the situation. But I don't see this being one of those boycotts or one of these controversies that's just going to go away overnight. I don't think so. So if I were Bud Light, I would just remain silent, hope for the best, expect the worst, because it's not over yet. In fact, I think it's far from over. And I think Bud Light is going to be used as an example moving forward. When other corporations do things that are stupid, people are just going to be like, oh, look, they pulled a Bud Light. I literally just watched as, Tucker Carlson was recently fired from Fox News. And now people are saying, oh, Fox News pulled a Bud Light. Fox News basically destroyed itself. And that's what Bud Light did. It literally destroyed itself. It destroyed its own business. It destroyed something that took years to build. It was almost destroyed overnight from one ad and one really bad, stupid decision. But when I say stupid, I don't mean uninformed. They want you to believe that they're uninformed. They had no idea about Dylan Mulvaney and all of this stuff. They knew very well what they were doing, which is why they made the ad in the first place. So let them deal with the consequences. Right now, let me know what you think down in the comments. While you're down there, hit the thumbs up, hit the subscribe, ring that notification bell, and I'll talk to you all in the next video.